what's up? Today we're going to be doing a bit of a different style of video. I'm going to be basically playing my training footage and just commenting over it. There's something that my friend told me that maybe I should try, so we're trying it. I think it might be a good format. So as you can see, this is me going ham. So it's the last week of preparation right now. And what we're doing here is these 15-second rounds, but the instruction is to go as fast as possible, but also as light as possible, right? Here we're just doing a combination and a sprawl. So this is a movement you do just to defend a takedown. So just kind of simulating that. I kind of made cuts here, obviously we took breaks in between. This is another round, I think we did 10 seconds here. So you can see it's fast. You do get hit a little bit. Sometimes you get a stinger on the nose or something, but generally it's pretty light. Here I'm doing it with this girl who's a lot shorter than me, but she's fucking aggressive. She's good. And it's also quite awkward doing it with somebody who's quite a bit shorter than you, but it was fun. So we got that done. Oh, this is another round. So I did it with a lighter group. So all of these people I'm training with here are lighter than me, just because I've still got a bit of a issue with my lat, just slightly tweaked, and I don't want to obviously do anything to it before the tournament. Here we're just doing a movement under the legs. Something I didn't really feel like I got down too well, but there you go. Just kind of simulating a takedown, simulating changing levels, doing a little combination before that. Okay, this is, you might want to close your eyes for this if you're somebody who's a connoisseur of jiu-jitsu, let's say. So I thought I did this pretty well, but now that I look back, I can see that my hips, I wasn't pushing them enough. I wasn't pushing them up enough, so it's just some stuff you notice on video, but it's not really important, right? Obviously it is important, but the main goal here, this training session today, 1 week before the tournament, the goal here isn't to correct technique. It's just to awaken the body, to feel energized, to obviously do the correct fighting movements, stay sharp, right? This is a pretty fun exercise we do. So this is like a, how would you call it? In the Polish, you call it znikająca tarcza. Tarcza is like shield or pad, I guess. It's like a hiding pad. So you can see I'm trying to punch. I'm trying to hit my friend's hand here, but he's trying to move it out of the way. So it's kind of like a movement just for speed and precision. So I did a bit better when I had my right hand as from orthodox position here. Pretty fun exercise. Can be a bit frustrating when I just do it. Oh, this was quite funny. So for some reason we must have miscalculated, and it just took us way longer. It took us way longer than everybody else. Everybody else had already finished, and we were still doing it. We were like the last ones. Okay, here was just a combination of a kick. So my fucking shin pad kept twisting, which was annoying, but this is one of my favorite combinations, kind of going in with a right hook and then a left kick. I just like it. It's actually in the intro of this video. Then we did some with just kind of moving out of the way, so simulating the opponent doing a takedown. So you can see all of this is simulating stuff that can happen in the fight, right? It's quick movements, quick combos, just keeping that mind sharp, keeping the body sharp. That's what we're trying to do here. Not exactly tire our body too much. So we didn't do a lot of stuff to tire our body. So something I didn't get on video here is we did do these sequences of 10 high jumps, so like knee jumps where you push your arms forward and your knees to your chest, and then 10 seconds of boxing sprints. So you just do a boxing sprint, and that's like very high intensity, but for a short period of time, and you feel out of breath, but afterwards you feel fine, right? My body feels fine after training today. I don't feel like knackered or anything. So that's the goal of the last week, really. It's just to prepare properly. It's to do all of this stuff. And yeah, the last 2 weeks, that was more intense. That was more sparring, obviously running as well. So doing very intense preparation this week. Again, it's just to stay sharp. So just ignore what my hands are doing there. That was the last exercise, which admittedly, yeah, my form wasn't great. But again, it was all about speed. I'm just going to rewind here. Yeah, it was all about fucking speed, not about technique, all right? So give me a break. I weighed myself today. Obviously, weight is very important last week to keep track of my weight. So, you know, I can make weight, obviously, for the tournament. And I weighed myself. I've got 3 scales in my house now. I used to have 0, but I became quite vigilant about getting some scales ever since I had to start making weight for tournaments, and somehow I've got 3 now, right? I'm not sure how it's happened, but somehow I've got 3 scales in my house. So this morning I weighed myself in the one in the bathroom. I was 66.8 kilograms. Now I need to make 66 kilograms, 66.2 with tolerance, right? So the limit, the upper limit is 66.2 kilograms. I weighed in at that weight, 66.8. So that was really good. I was like really happy with that. Then I weighed myself on the other 2 scales, and one of them showed 67.5, and the other one showed 68 kilograms. So there's about a kilogram fluctuation there, which is really important, because the difference between having to cut an extra kilogram in water, let's say, and not having to do that, is big. Right? It's a big difference when it comes to dehydrating the body. So I'm going to keep weighing myself. I'm not going to just trust one scale, because if I just trusted the first one, I'll be in for a very rude awakening when it came to tournament day. And that's actually what happened in my first tournament. I only weighed myself on this weight that showed like a kilo lower than what I actually weighed. And then the day before the tournament, I remember we weighed in at this hotel. I was using a friend's weight, and it fucking showed like a kilogram more than it showed at home. And I hadn't eaten anything, right? Maybe I had like an omelette or something. I was like, what's going on? And I remember I had to like do jumping jacks the day of the tournament and everything. So if you're making weight, this is some friendly advice. Use more than one scale, weigh yourself a few times. Don't be too obsessive about it. You can get too obsessive about it and be like, oh my God, my weight's too high, my weight's like, what's going on? Just kind of weigh yourself a lot, get a lot of information, and then kind of get an average of your weight, right? What's kind of, you know, before a meal, after a meal, you know, night time, morning time, use different weights so you get a vague idea. But definitely don't just trust one source of information. Just like with anything, right? You don't want to just trust one source of information. You know, everything comes down to fight day. I realize that it can't be too precious. So what I mean by that is like no matter like what happens, if I'm feeling good or not good, it's irrelevant. Like I'm still gonna fight on fight day, right? Even if I get literally no sleep, if I'm dehydrated, if I haven't eaten, like I'm still gonna step into that cage and fight. So it's not worth really obsessing or thinking too much about how I'm feeling. It's just like gotta do what I got to do. You know, kind of that kind of more stoic mindset is just something that I'm trying to integrate. We'll end it there. Talked a bit longer than I planned, but maybe you found this valuable. As always, fucking stay strong, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day, bro.